Hello everyone, it's Nigel here from the Open the Book team. In today's story, we're going to open the book and hear about a boy with a packed lunch in the story called The Marvellous Picnic. It wasn't long before lots of people wanted to hear Jesus talk about God, and many more wanted him to make them well. So they followed him everywhere, from town to town, from city to country, all the way and back again. "We need a rest," Jesus said to his friends one day. So they took a little boat trip across Lake Galilee, hoping to camp for a while in the hills. But the people were so eager to see Jesus that they raced around the shoreline to meet him on the other side. Jesus was tired, but when he turned and saw the people following him up the hill, he stopped. "They're like sheep without a shepherd," he said to his friends. "They need someone to show them the way." So he sat himself down right then and there, and he started to teach. "God loves you," Jesus said. "He knows what's best for you. The most amazing things can happen when you trust him." Jesus said a lot more than that. He taught all day, in fact, and by then the people were hungry. "Philip," Jesus called to one of his friends, "can you go out and buy some food for these people?" Philip just laughed. "There are more than 5,000 of them. It would take 6 months' pay to feed them all." Then Andrew, Peter's brother, spoke up. "There's a boy here, Jesus, who has a little food, 5 loaves of bread and a couple of fish. It's not much, but it's a start." "So it is," grinned Jesus, and he rubbed his hands together as if he were about to go to work. "Make the people sit down in little groups. Tell them we're going to have a picnic." Jesus' friends looked at Jesus. They looked at the boy's little lunch. They looked at the enormous crowd. They looked at each other and shrugged. "All right," they agreed, "whatever you say." Jesus smiled as he watched them go. Then he bowed his head, thanked God for the food, and started breaking it into pieces. The friends returned and began to pass out the pieces, and to their amazement, there was plenty for the first group, and the second group, and the third group, and then every group. Plenty for everyone, more than enough to go around. So much, in fact, that there were 12 basketfuls of leftovers to take home. The people patted their tummies. They struggled to their feet. They wiped the crumbs from their mouths, and some even burped. But all Jesus' friends could do was stare. "It's just as I told you," said Jesus. "God can do the most amazing things. All we have to do is trust in him." Then he smiled at his helpers, popped a chunk of bread into his mouth, and started off for home. Now, who can tell me how much food was left over? Well, for those of you who said 12 baskets, you are correct. There were 12 baskets of food left over. In this story, everyone had more than enough to eat. But for the next few moments, we're going to close our eyes and to think about all the people in the world who don't have enough to eat. Now, I'm going to say a prayer. And if you want to make it your prayer, say Amen at the end after me. Dear God, We know that there are lots of people in the world who need help to have food enough to eat. Please help us to be like the little boy in the story today and give what we can, even if it's only a little bit. Amen. Bye-bye.